What are ions, cations and anions? Before starting the lecture, click on the subscribe button and get access to our 100 of conceptual lectures for free. Firstly, let me teach you that why atom is a neutral particle even though it contains positive charges and negative charges. Well, consider an atom of hydrogen. If you count the number of protons in it, you will get one proton and hydrogen atom. So I write P is equal to positive 1. Remember that protons are positively charged particles. Now if you count the number of electrons in it, you will get only one electron and hydrogen atom. So I write electron is equal to negative 1. Remember that electrons are negatively charged particles. Now let me do here a little maths. We know that positive 1 and negative 1 cancel out, so the net charge becomes 0, or you can say that positive and negative charges neutralize themselves in hydrogen atom. So atom is therefore a neutral particle. Now consider a carbon atom. If you count the number of protons and electrons in the carbon atom, you will get that the number of protons is equal to positive 6 and the number of electrons is equal to negative 6. Thus positive 6 and negative 6 cancel out each other. Hence carbon atom is a neutral particle. Therefore, we say that atom is electrically neutral because it has equal number of protons and electrons. Now, what are ions? Well, consider an atom of sodium. Remember that I only draw the valence shell of sodium. If you count the total number of protons and electrons in the sodium atom, you will get proton is equal to positive 11. And electron is equal to negative 11. We know from the previous slide that they both cancel out themselves and atom is thus a neutral particle. Let's consider that you provide sufficient energy to this atom. As a result, it loses one electron. Now if I count the number of protons and electrons in the sodium atom, I will get proton is equal to positive 11 and electron is equal to negative 10 because the sodium atom has lost one electron. Here positive 11 and negative 10 is equal to positive 1. Hence the net charge is positive 1 on it. So now sodium is a charged particle. Secondly, consider a fluorine atom. There are 9 protons and 9 electrons in a single atom of fluorine. We know that positive 9 and negative 9 cancel out each other and net charge is 0 on fluorine atom. Hence fluorine atom is a neutral particle. Now consider that fluorine atom gained this electron lost by the sodium atom. Initially, there were 9 protons and 9 electrons, but now one extra electron is gained by it. So we write here negative 1. Positive 9 and negative 9 cancel out and we get negative 1. So the net charge on the fluorine atom is negative 1. It is now a charged particle. In chemistry, a charged particle either positive or negative is called an ion. Let me repeat it. In chemistry, a charged particle either positive or negative is called an ion. So when a sodium atom loses one electron and become positively charged, we call it sodium ion. When a fluorine atom gains one electron and become negatively charged, we call it fluorine ion. From this example, we also learn that ion may be positive or negative. Positive ions are called cations and negative ions are called anions. My personal mnemonic for remembering them is very simple. there are two N anions, so it is 2 times negative, while there is only one N cation, so it is less negative, means it is positive. The sodium ion is also known as a cation and fluorine ion is also known as a anion. Remember that atom may lose and gain 1, 2 or more electrons depending on its valency and ionization energy. To summarize my lecture, we learn that atom is a neutral particle because it has equal number of protons and electrons. Secondly, we learn that when a neutral atom loses electron, it becomes positive ion known as a cation. When an atom gains an electron, it becomes negative ion known as anion. This was all about ions, cations and anions.